Hello, it's Easter holidays for me. I've got 2 weeks holiday, which is fantastic. So I've managed to wangle 2 days to myself, which is quite impressive. So I'm obviously going to go out on my bike for a ride. But what do? So I've got 2 days. I'm going to go on a bike packing adventure out into Wales. So I want to start off near the Severn Bridge, so up Bristol way, and then I'm then going to drive out across Wales, go up to my dad's for a couple of hours, have some lunch, and then carry on up into the mountains. There's a bothy up there, for those who don't know, in the UK. They're basically old shepherd's huts, but they're basically been done out with a fire and shelter, and they're properly waterproof. They're basically for hikers and for anyone that's out in the mountains, and they're free. I paid £10 into the Bothy Association, but yeah, so they're essentially accommodation. They're pretty basic. You've got to take your own sleeping bag and so on, but that's pretty good. And then back, and the whole thing's about 220 miles. I'm going to do it over 2 days. I'm not in a big hurry. I'm going to try and just relax and enjoy it, so I'm not looking for a big average speeds or anything like that. All I'm trying to do is go out and just enjoy cycling a bike in gorgeous countryside. There we go. So I've got 2 days. The snag is tomorrow it's going to start off with some rain, so I'm going to start off wet. But anyway, I'm going to have a tailwind on the way out, headwind on the way back. But on the way back is very much downhill, or more downhill anyway, but with one big climb. Well, I say big climb in the UK, that's about 1,500 feet in Wales. Climb and then home. So yeah, this could really take my time. I could do it in a lot quicker if I really wanted to, but I'm just going to go and enjoy it with a loaded up bike. Anyway, okay, the bike is clearly obviously going to be the Mason, because it's built for it. So it's got the Hunt Supergira wheels on. So these are the, yeah, they've got the 4 Seasons Supergira on the back and the normal 4 Seasons on the front, so 28 spokes and 32 spokes is the only difference. 32 cassette on there, compact crank, obviously 2 water bottles, so 2 water bottles and spares down here, some spare bits into there. Lights wise, I'm not planning to ride overnight. So I've got one light on here. I'm going to take one spare, which is a AA battery spare, which will go in my backpack, so if I really need, I'm going to ride at night and get that on for the safety side of things. Up front, I've got my Garmin Edge 1030, got my Brighton. I'm just going to take this light, so I'm only going to take one headlight because I'm not planning to ride at night. But I've also got a Cat's Eye Rapid ×3 X3 down here. Obviously got my mirror on just to wind up people at work. That's it. So bike wise, I haven't really done anything else. It's got the 38mm sawtooths on there, which I wasn't going to. I was very close to going for the 32mm slicks on it, but I've seen there is quite a bit of tough gravel and rocky tracks to go through, so I think it's probably worth going for these bigger tyres. Yeah, so that's the bike sorted. Okay, quickly take you through the gear. So this is just a really quick idea about the gear that I'm going to take. So you've got some information, some idea about what sort of gear you would have to think about, but you've got to do your own research really, because everyone's got different priorities. I'll put some of the details up because I can't remember the names of everything. So here we go. Okay, first off is a bivvy. It's a bivvy, Terra something. I did a lot of research. I just can't remember what the name is. I'll stick it up in a second. But it came out with absolute top reviews. I've had it out in the garden. It's really easy to put up, although it didn't come with the Normally has a little extendable hoop thing that goes over to lift the booth off your face, which it didn't come with, which I'm a little bit hacked off with, so I'm gonna have to wait and order that separately. 3 season sleeping bag. I'd probably get away with 2 seasons. This is pretty bloody lightweight. Again, I'll put the details of that up on the screen. Good sleeping bags are really important. Again, it's in a dry bag, because the last thing I want is for this thing to get wet. Right, show you the rest. Okay, this is a ultra compact rucksack, 10 litre, really lightweight. But when I run out of, when I need to go and get some food from a shop just before I go and to camp down for the night, I can get this out, chuck the food in the back, straight up to the place, stick it on my back, sorted. Brilliant, well worth it. This is a body warmer, so no sleeves, just keeps my body warm. Fairly compact, not fantastic, but crunched down. So it's a man-made fibres, because they will crunch down more, and when they get wet, if you've got proper goose down or something like that, and if it gets wet, you've really had it. So I've gone for man-made fibres. GoPro, Omni 5, Thermarest. Okay, so this is the mats that I want to sleep on. Thermarest. Amazing reviews for this. This is the bit of kit to get. Thermarest sleeping mat, blow up. Yeah, easy decision. Okay, something if it gets really cold, stick that over my head and keep myself warm. Waterproof trousers when I'm broken down, it's pouring with rain, and I've just had enough. Then waterproof trousers, waterproof top, pretty lightweight. I've got some warm stuff. This is just to keep the rain off. Okay, electrics. Okay, so I've got a charger and a whole load of cables in there. That charger plus the kit I'm going to show you in a second means I can have up to three power banks fully charged in 4 hours, and each of those will give me 10,000 milliamp hours, which is fantastic. Plus I've got some extra, what are those, CRV 2032 batteries in there from a power meter. Lighting gear, lighter, some Tampax, can opener, stroke bottle opener, some candles, and I probably could do some fuel cells in there, some little burning fuel cells. Okay, bike stuff, a second tube, some of those elastic things, extra lube, canister, a tyre boot, puncture repair, derailleur hanger, spare glue, spare gear cable, toiletries, some wet wipes, toilet paper, Savlon, Gooch cream, sun cream, a cut down toothpaste and toothbrush, some medication, some Pro Plus, some paracetamol. I've got some diarrhea tablets, I've got some water purification tablets. There we go, lots of stuff in there. Rag, a couple of bits of food. Probably not going to need these. I'm probably going to go and eat at a pub. Why wouldn't I? I'm over 40. Why would I want to eat that crap? But anyway, it's there if I need it. And some tyre sealant. And finally, in the evening, I want to get out of that stuff I've been wearing all day. So I got some shorts, some sort of running shorts, a spare t-shirt for the following day, depending on how it is and what the weather's going to be like. It could go either way tomorrow. I've got another thermal layer, base layer, a summery one, and I've got a wintry one that's got long sleeves, just in case it does get bad. And I've got a set of colder gloves, just in case it is particularly cold first thing tomorrow morning, which I think it will be. It's going to be down at about 0 + 1 in that sort of area. Okay, I've got 3 power banks which all can plug into that plug adapter that you saw. That plug adapter is particularly high wattage, so it can basically fast charge stuff very easily. And I've got 3 of these Anchor 10,000 milliamp hour batteries. Yeah, 10,000, there we go, milliamp hour. I've got 3 of these, each in their own little bag, each with their own little cable. I'm only going to take 2 of them with me this time, but those will all go into their own separate little bag, waterproof bag. Okay, bags you're going to take. I'm fortunate in that I've got Apogera bags, which are pretty much top of the range bits of kit, but there are loads of different types out there, and the majority of types, I've got some older bags. What are the ones I've got? The older stuff, I'll think of them in a minute. But they didn't cost very much. I've used them 3 or 4 times for just on the mountain bike, and they've been fantastic. But I just wanted to go for something that was a bit more waterproof. Anyway, so all I've got is Apogera. So this is the saddle bag. That's going to take most of my clothes and things like that. Extra bits and bobs I'm not going to get to particularly easily. This is the full waterproof bag. It's the 17 litre, I think. I've then got the top tube bag. This is not the full waterproof. You can tell from the colour of it. It's a sort of a lighter grey top tube bag. In there I've got spare toilet paper, obviously over 40. I've got some wet lube. This all sounds very dodgy. I got some Pro Plus, and I've got a head torch. Really important to have an easy to reach head torch. I then got a frame bag. Again, it's not the fully waterproof, it's water resistant. That will take all the bike maintenance bits and toiletries and all that sort of stuff. Electricals in there, but they're all in their own waterproof bag. Bar bag will have sleeping gear, so I was literally just going to roll that off. Sleeping gear out from there. Probably not going to get everything in there. Probably not going to get the thermarest in there. So thermarest will probably go in the bag on the back. I've got 2 of these, which are what they're called feeder bags, I think. They go on the bars. These are a brilliant bit of kit because everything's easy to get to. I use these all the time. They're almost better than the top tube bag because just dip straight in. So food, which you need to keep eating. These are easy to reach, easy to get hold of the food, which means you do eat the food. If food's in an unreachable place, you're probably not going to go for them. So I've got 2 of these. One of them's a standard, one of them's the extended version. Yeah, so they're the bags. Let's see if I can get it all in. At last, a bit of a nightmare going through Avonmouth to get to Severn Bridge, but I started around Severn Bridge just over the other side of it, and Wales has not let me down. It is what I expected. Brilliant rain and drizzle, and some tasty little climbs. So why am I doing this? I'm doing it because I love riding heavy bikes up hills, which is pretty much all I've done so far. Oh, a goose. Is that a Canadian goose? I think he is. I'm doing it for 3 reasons. Firstly, it's the holidays. I've got a couple of weeks off for me, and her indoors has given me permission for 2 days of riding. So I'd be silly not to. So a bit of a challenge, do something a little bit out of my comfort zone. I've done bivvying and staying in the mountains, and I've done biking, but I've never really put the 2 together. So a bit of a challenge, a bit of an adventure, although I have done a fair bit of planning on the weather. I knew the weather was going to be like this. Yeah, I did. And I know the route, I know all my alternatives, I know where the climbs are, I know where I can get food if I have a problem, where I can go. So I've done my research, but I still don't know what the trails are going to be like. I've got a rough idea. They're going to be rough, hence the 38mm Sawtooth tyres. So that's the first reason. Second reason is I plan on doing a big ride at some stage this year if our government and Parliament get their act together and give me a clue about what's going on. But so ride up through France and Spain, Pyrenees. But I want to know, to do that, how far I can comfortably go in a day. So I've got a laden bike, I've got some hills, and so I just want to see if I can do 100 miles a day, if I'm really comfortable with that. Now I got hills and a heavier bike than normal. 100 miles is normally not a big deal, but hills, heavier bike. However, in my favour, I've got all day. I've got no time constraints. I'm going to see my dad at lunch. He lives in Wales, so no real time constraints at all. So can I do it? Okay, and the third reason I'm doing it is because I want to see what the bike is like laden up, what gear I've got, if I've got all the right gear. So generally, I mean, this is far more gear than I need for one night. I can get away with a quarter of that. So I've gone for overkill, so I've got all bases covered. So if the Bothy is full, then I've got the bivvy option to sleep out and keep warm comfortably. So I've got pretty much everything there. The only thing I'm missing that I'll take on a really long multi-day thing would be some spare clothing, extra cycling gear rather, flip-flops, things like that. Obviously a dangle mug that I would not dangle, I would put inside. So yes, the bike's almost fully laden. I'll say it's probably 90% of everything that I would take on a big multi-day ride. But the bike's doing really well actually. It's noticeably heavy. As soon as you get out of the saddle, you can feel everything shifting from side to side, but as long as you're in the saddle and it's relatively flat, you're okay. But yeah, thank God I got the 1134 cassette on the back and a compact, because I certainly need it. Yeah, it's going all right. Getting a bit muddy, clogged up with Welsh mud, which is particularly thick, but yeah, it's going really well. Anyway, my dad's next. I might film at my dad's. It's getting hard work now. It really is. Oh. One thing I say about Wales is the roads are really good nick. Not much traffic, but they are up and down, up and down. It's hard work. Coming up to a military firing area now. I think it's called Senny Bridge. It's the Army's artillery fire, one of their artillery fire training places. Knackered. Right into a military firing range. I kind of knew this was going to cut across. The red flag is flying and it says no entry without permission. However, I know there have been a load of cars driving up and down here, so I reckon it'll be okay. The red flag's out, but I'm not going to sit straight off the road, and I think they would be, given that there's no actual barrier across here. I don't think there are only going to be any rounds coming in on me, so I think we'll just push on. But I was going to cut across into the range and then cut down, so I think I'm going to have to knock that bit on the head. So I'll just stay on this road down into the valley and then back down. It's starting to get cold now, and I'm going very slowly. I'm not sure I'm going to get there before dark at this rate. It is blowy. I can see a big hill to go up again. That's it, that's the last climb coming up. But I wouldn't want to be stuck out here tonight. It's pretty bleak, not a lot of shelter. Anyway. So over the range, amazing view from up here. I think it's about 1500 feet, but so I need to go down that valley, across the bottom, and I think I'm going up that way. I've got to go up over the next range of oh, it's 3:15. I'm not looking forward to this bit here. I have to say I'm starting to get a bit tired now. It's a long hard slog up over here, up, down, all the way. I've got about 30 miles left to go. It's 3:15. Should be 2 hours, but I think the reality is going to be more like 3 hours. 3:15, 6:15, probably 6:30 with stops, probably 6:45. Gets dark at 8. That still gives me maybe 45 minutes to get some food in at the pub, if the pub's open. If it's not, I'm a little bit screwed. But got an amazing descent coming now, down here, then down the side of this hill, all the way to the bottom. Now, plan A was to go up over this way, through there, but it looks like it's a restricted area, and I can't be bothered with what could be. I know there's there's an area that could be a really bad descent, really boggy, so I'm probably not going to bother with that. I think I'm just going to go down this road, pick up the main road in the bottom of the valley, shoot along, and then cut across and up over those hills over there. I just hope that I don't get stuck on those hills after dark. If I do, I'll just have to bivvy down, but I think I'll be okay. I should be able to get over those in time. Fingers crossed. Right, great descent now. Now just before going up onto the hills, so I've certainly clocked all the B&Bs and hotels through here. Really nice little place. This is my backup plan until I get halfway across the hills, and then my backup plan is to carry on. Now this is Wales, so this is just quite a steep valley, and I think I've got to go around there and up over that bit there, and then that drops me into another valley which runs from the left, from the south, and I'm going to follow that round and out that way, and then back round on myself into the Bothy. I've got 23 miles to go. My only concern is that I'm going into forest tracks for about 10 or 12 miles of that, so that's going to slow me right down. I don't know. or I can add another 8 miles and stick to tarmac. It's going to be a bit of a gamble, isn't it, really? I think when I get to that point, I'll just have a look at the timings. The trouble is, if I make a mistake, go that way, and it turns into a mud bath, then I'm kind of screwed then. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go. What a great place. Really, really lovely place. The other mountain biker's been through. Yeah. But I've got to stop stopping. I really have got to stop stopping. Or it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I ain't gonna make it. 5:45 now, so it's gonna start getting cold. I'm just about to start climbs up onto the hills. Stop gassing, get on with it. What I'm doing is checking out bivvy spots all the way here. Getting about picnic benches. It's going to get me off the ground. It's a hard surface, but I've got my mat, which will go on top of that. Quite a good place to go to sleep until I roll over and I'm screwed. But plus, there's a nice family there. I'm sure they'll hit me up with a nice breakfast in the morning. I wouldn't do that to them. Elan Valley's my breakfast. In fact, maybe not. Depends what time I set off. But I am dragging arse. I really am. Thing is, I don't want to knacker myself for tomorrow. I don't want to knacker myself. It's 200k tomorrow. Or is it 200k? It's getting... Nah, it's about 110 miles tomorrow. So not too bad. This valley's great. That hill isn't, that's the end of the valley, which only means one thing. I'm going up. Oh. Dinner time. Oh, mate. Come on, sort it out. You're holding everyone. Give him a nudge. Give him a nudge. I grew up having holidays on a Welsh farm. The guy was North Wales, but the guy was called Kai. We all called him Uncle Kai. We went there pretty much every Easter and summer for the entirety. Did all the lambing. Went out foxing. Not a great thing necessarily, foxing. No, I didn't go out I just sat in the back while he lamping, I think it's called. Is it lamping? Basically, if there was a problem fox, Kai would have to go out and deal with it. But anyway. What a gorgeous valley. I'm glad I came here. This is amazing. One of my favourites. Definitely one of my favourites. Up there with the Lake District, if not better. This is just a beautiful road. I just wish I had a hill climbing bike. Wish I had some carbon. And I didn't have 10 kilograms worth of crap that I'm not going to need. But hey. Okay, I admit it, I walked 25%. I'm not going up that with this thing. Now, I got a choice. I can either stay on the road, going through the forest, which goes on down there, or I end up going on one of these forestry trails. It's a bit of a gamble, I don't know. We've got a couple of miles to think about it, but I think once I'm committed, I'm committed. It's definitely quicker. I go on the forestry trail, but I think it's up, down all the way. Still quicker than going all the way around. No, not that one. Gravel, fun for a bit, and then it'll stop being fun. This place is amazing. Yeah, another 25%er. Another lesson learnt. I can't get up 25% on this bike, even with my guns. No chance. Maybe if I had less gut and more guns, I'd have made it. There's a youth hostel down there. So that's the new plan B until I come across something else. Anyway, I've got a long way to go up this hill. Oh, I've barely started. Jesus, I've barely started. There's no way I'm going to make it to the Bothy. No way I'm going to make it there before dark now. Just going too slow. I think there is I saw a guy walking down there with one of those suitcases that you carry with a wheel behind you, and you got out of that van. I don't know, a bit odd. Then I saw the youth hostel sign. Getting cold now. I might need a bivvy spot, or plan C, the pub. Ooh, it could be good. Okay. Oh no, absolutely shagged. Basically 4, what I would say I call big climbs, but not climbing, walking. They're all like 25%. 20-25%. I absolutely blown out my hoop. I didn't go on the forest trail. I looked up at that as I was coming down one hill, looked across, and it just looked gnarly and up and down. The tracks looked all right, I think, but you never know. But it looked really tough, so I've elected to go the long way around and stay on the track. Really nice meal. Wherever it is. So I came off the mountains into here. Found a really handy little place. I keep an eye on my bike. Had an amazing meal, a pint plus a shandy. And now it's 11 miles to the Bothy. It's about 6-7 miles down to the next town. I know in the next, so the place I've just been has got rooms if I really needed it. The place I'm going through should have rooms. There are 2 pubs there, and then I'm just going to go from, that's about 6 miles to get there, and then I've got about 5-mile climb. It's about 1,000-foot climb up to the Bothy, but then it's about 300-meter walk through the bog. So I've got my head torch ready to go. I just hope no one's in there, otherwise I'll be getting there about 10 o'clock and waking everyone up. It's cold. I've got my body warmer. Really good tip, get a packet of body warmer. That's what I've got, just keeping me warm at the moment until I warm up, because I'm starting to shiver already. Anyway, what an adventure. Anyway, I better go. Okay, end of civilization, which is back that way. There was a pub there, but the town a bit further back, about a mile further back, all downhill, had 2 pubs, mile and a half, and both of those do rooms. I don't think this one here does. Anyway, I've got 700 feet left, about 3.2 miles. I was just going to take it easy. My performance condition is at -7. Which means that I'm screwed. And I feel it. Temperature's now dropped down to 2 degrees, but I just really hope there's no one else in there, so I can just get in the Bothy and get my head down. I don't want to wake people up, that's just rude. If there are people in there, I'll just sleep outside. Anyway, head torch ready. Yeah, zero energy now, so I'm just sitting at 150 watts now up here. I know I can hold 150 forever. I'll probably hold 200 for a couple of hours without any worries, but 150 will do me, and I might drop down a little bit, but we'll see how we go. 700 feet, just easy. Okay, now it's cold. Got about 300 feet left to go, and it's really windy, to the point that I wipe that, to the point that I've got my sleeping bag out and thought I'll just try it down here and lay down for a little bit. Sent a couple of text messages, and I thought no. So chuck that back in the bag, and we'll crack on further up. to the Bothy, but it's just really windy, and I'm blown, absolutely blown. Right, but I reckon 15 minutes and I'll be there. I don't even know why I tried sleeping on the side of the road. That's just stupid. I thought I'd have a go, just see what it's like. The sleeping bag took seconds to get out, and there we go. Maybe not. Right, nearly there. Yeah, well, I made it. Everyone's left their little marks, but yeah, some not so pleasant. But most people look like they enjoy it around here. Anyway, quick look. I'll show you anything again in the morning, but there we go. A kitchen, get a fire going, a few chairs, stairs, and probably where I'm going to stay tonight actually. And then upstairs, actually they've done a really good job. So they've bought